working for, I think it's either Philip Morris or British American Tobacco.
Dude, now ever. There's a fucking video of him smoking weed and laughing, and I was like, what the fuck is people in jail?
The guy who put people in jail.
Oh, he
who actually
did.
put people in jail.
Put people in jail.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Speaking of such, what a great segue. Talk about Britney Griner.
Britney Griner, okay.
That was pretty good. Black people going in jail.
Black people going to jail for weed and Britney Griner.
That was pretty good.
Coming back home.
That was really good. Hey.
Yeah, so she came back home. She's
How long was she in detention?
she's home. She was for a good few months, like
9 months.
from like the very beginning of the conflict. Like she was there, like maybe in February, March.
Oh, I was like, what conflict? Okay, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. February or March, she was there from almost kind of the beginning.
Yeah.
I think she was like right at the beginning. Because I don't think she would have gone after that because like the WNBA probably would have told her not to go.
Of course.
Because they have to get special dispensation from the WNBA to go and play in foreign countries, and they play in the off season because they
don't make money.
They don't make any money. Their money is they get paid shit money.
They make little to no money.
Yeah, I mean, and their sponsorship deals are like a fraction of the likes of like Michael Jordan or any.
No,
Britney can advertise weed now.
She should.
She should be advertising weed.
She should fucking smoke the most amount of weed now.
Yeah.
I'd go hard in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was totally fucked up that she got arrested for that, but
it was two.
I know.
2 pens.
It was fucked up, but unfortunately, she was in the wrong place at the wrong time and got caught up in a big political bullshit.
I mean, the thing is, I do understand. Yeah, okay, I get you in one way. Like, it's like, don't go to Bali with drugs.
No, don't go to
Dubai with drugs.
The likelihood is that she would have gotten arrested in the UK for that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they probably would have gone a lot easier on her in the UK because of politics again.
They wouldn't have.
Or maybe not.
She wouldn't have dealt with half this shit.
No, she wouldn't have. I mean,
she would have dealt with a hefty fine, maybe a ban from the UK for a while, nothing like that.
It was fucked up. She got caught up in the middle of shitty politics.
Yeah, shitty politics.
But like my thing about it, as mostly at the time that I'm like moaning and bitching about shit, is not about the actual event, about the thing that happened. It's about the way the fucking media have treated this fucking thing. Like going on about, like, again, to point out hypocrisy is not whataboutism. Okay, let's just fucking get that straight right there. No, because there's the hypocrisy of it, Russia held somebody. I mean, we've got people. I mean, there's still guys in Guantanamo Bay, man.
Well, the funny thing,
for fuck's sake, who didn't do anything.
The funny thing is, they're reporting it in a sense that like the United States doesn't have any spies. The definition of spies in the United States is
Yeah. I mean, that's the Paul Whelan thing. Yeah, the other guy that they wanted to get out, right? Who was like he was arrested for espionage. Now, I don't know whether he was or fucking not, but he was a fucking defense. He was a defense contractor. He works for one of the defense contracting companies. And, if you're over in Russia, you know what? What are you doing? It said he was going for a wedding. Maybe he was totally innocently going for a wedding.
Behind.
Yeah, but I mean, don't.
Well, outside of the country. At home, yes. You can leave behind.
Yeah. I mean, again, we could talk about the number of people who are still banged up in fucking prisons all over the United States for offenses very similar to what Britney Griner did.
It's fucking crazy when you think about it. People were like, well, can't you free some black people at home too?
Yeah. But this is the thing that's running the news. And then there's the other aspect, the other angle of it that I was particularly interested in is they trade the guy that they traded her for.
Yes.
Alex Bout.
I thought it was Victor.
Victor Bout, maybe. B-O-U-T is his.
I don't know.
B-O-U-T is his second name. I thought it was Alex. Maybe it is Victor.
Yeah.
But he's like, they call him the merchant of death. But he's an arms dealer. But he used to he used to deal arms for the U.S. He was working for the U.S. in Iraq, bringing weapons into Iraq. It's like he's obviously, like, in order to become like the merchant of death and become like wanted criminal number one, he had to have pissed somebody off. He didn't make sure that somebody's fucking palm got greased on some fucking transaction that he did, and they were high up in the fucking government, and then so they're like, okay, this is a bad guy now. Like Noriega, or like fucking Saddam Hussein himself, who were all on the fucking U.S. payroll until they were no use anymore. And so I mean, they make it out like this guy was. I mean, he looks like a fucking Bond villain. I mean, let's fucking face it.
Yes, he does.
But all these guys.
Well, because that's the Nick Cage movie, right?
Is there a Nick Cage movie about it?
Of course,
they couldn't find somebody worse to play the guy?
I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they? In popular culture? Totally. Lord of War.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
2007 came out.
Oh, I must check that out.
2005.
See if I can download that illegally.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he was like he was like an arms dealer. He was running arms for, he also sold weapons to the FARC in Colombia, and he was
sold it to everybody.
He's a capitalist. I thought you guys liked that. I mean, this is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's just the hypocrisy of the fucking thing. Just drives me fucking nuts, man. And again, to go on about the cruelty of the prison and all that shit that she had to endure, and meanwhile, as I said, there's still fucking like a couple of dozen guys in fucking Guantanamo Bay that have been there for 2 fucking decades, and they didn't do anything.
I always forget about that. It's been there for so long because it feels like the Iraq War is just like 10 years ago.
No, it was 20 fucking years ago. The 20th anniversary is coming up in March.
Oh my God! They went to war in March.
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah. 20th anniversary is coming up.
That's fucking mental.
But just the hypocrisy of it, and then again, also the hypocrisy, like you said, of how many black women are there in U.S. prisons, all over the U.S. and different states in the U.S.
for drug offenses,
marijuana offenses, like Britney Griner was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
I don't know, man.
The thing is that really eats you up about that is that. Then you start to see those right-wing people like, oh, this is all political, and you're like, probably she really shouldn't be in jail.
Yes.
But yes, it's totally political.
It is totally political.
Which is shit.
Yeah, it is shit.
But she does not deserve to be there.
No. No.
But then it's a political stunt.
It was a political stunt. Yeah. And
I'm happy she went home.
And sort of the right wing in the U.S. is getting all oh, it's just because she's black and she's a lesbian, so it's all woke, and it's like, you know what, The woman didn't deserve to be in fucking prison, and I'm glad she got out.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck, man? You know what I mean? Just be happy with that. Just shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, exactly. And shut your mouth how many people you are friends with should be in jail.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sorry.
And yet Sam Bankman-Fried, I saw him being interviewed again from his fucking luxury villa in fucking the Bahamas.
Oh, he's in the Bahamas now.
He's in the Bahamas now.
Wow, he's so classic, schemy, nasty.
Yeah.
Worthless piece of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
No, but it is. You're in the Bahamas?
Yeah, you're in the Bahamas, just chilling.
I don't know. Pick a fucking wellness retreat in Connecticut. That would have been a little bit more respectable.
It's pretty clear that I was running a massive fraud, but I'm just going to chill out here in the Bahamas till you guys...
Look at my backdrop.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I thought that he had to be in the, so they haven't even revoked his passport? They haven't done anything?
No, he's fucking
chilling.
in the Bahamas, man.
He's just going to Russia, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually you made a fair point to me, with Julian Assange, What do you consider him?
He's a political prisoner. I mean, it's just as much as Britney Griner was a political prisoner, so was Julian Assange.
When he comes over to the United States, when he goes over there,
there's gonna be a kangaroo court, and they're gonna give him 75 years at the most trumped up bullshit charges for basically, and if you've seen that.
How much did Chelsea Manning get?
She got 20 years, but then it was commuted.
It was reduced.
Yeah, Barack Obama commuted her sentence. But then they got her again, and they put her back in prison for contempt because she didn't. It was something about Julian. She wouldn't talk about him. She wouldn't give up information about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she got. I think it was a massive sentence.
35 years.
35 years, and he
commuted to 7 years total confinement.
Yeah.
Reduction in rank. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously.
Thanks. Yeah, we get that. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
She's charged with 22 offenses.
Yeah.
They slapped the book at her. They threw the book at her, sorry. And slapped her with it afterwards.
And slapped her with it afterwards. Yeah, big time.
Right. Which entailed to de facto solitary confinement. That's sick.
It was sick. It was torture, essentially.
For 7 years?
You know what I mean? This is what the U.S. does to its own fucking citizens. You know what I mean? For actually releasing, and if anybody's ever seen, I've seen it. And I'm going to try and find it, and I'll put it up on this video, the actual Collateral murder video.
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't know if you can find that anymore on YouTube. I'm going to try and find it.
You can. It comes up on weird Discord things.
Yeah.
Light them all up.
202 traffic, 260s.
Come on, fire. Hey, Roger. Keep shooting. God damn it, Kyle. All right. I hit him by head. Oh yeah, look at those dead bastards. Come on, let us shoot.
You're engaged.
1-8, engaged. Clear. Come on. drop rants. I got it. Oh, it's their fault for bringing their kids to a battle. That's right.
But it's actually like a U.S. helicopter gunship team
Yeah.
in the act of committing a war crime and getting approval on the radio to commit that war crime.
No, but then you just watch them murdering.
And then you watch them murder
Yeah,
people,
it is
children.
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And
that video is really fucked up.
And that's what she released.
Yeah.
That was that was the big thing that she released. And it was, you know, and also, you know, and the guy who actually, there's a guy called John Kiriakos as well. He went to jail because he released information about the torture program. It was John Kiriakos. There was like another guy, Ben something or other. He worked for either the CIA or the NSA, and he released information about shit, and they fucking locked these guys in prison. They fucking raided this guy, Ben something or other. I'll put his name up again as well. They raided his fucking apartment, and he was in the shower, and they got him out of the shower like
naked,
stark ass naked, and like he's like, "Can I put some clothes on?" They were like, "No." And they like fucking wrapped him up in a fucking towel and brought him out to the fucking car. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's not like the guy was like, he wasn't like, he hadn't committed a violent crime.
They were acting like...
He saw information that he thought was relative, criminal, evidence of criminal activity.
And relevant for the public to see.
And relevant for the public to see.
Yeah.
And so
or maybe not relevant, like kind of like necessary.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand something about the states. Like, you know that Whistleblowers Protection Act? That's just with like employees and corporations? That has nothing to do with the government?
I don't quite know. I don't really know how it works.
How does that ever help anybody?
I don't think it does. But like, you remember how they were like, they had that, what was her name?
That fucking idiot
Frances
on Facebook.
Haugen. The Facebook woman, and they were
sorry.
going on about her being a whistleblower and how amazing she was.
She was like, social media is bad for you.
Fuck
Thanks,
out of
bitch.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, if she was a whistleblower, she would have been in prison. If she was an actual whistleblower, because that's what they do to actual whistleblowers.
What did she tell us?
Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. But everybody thought she was
amazing. She's like
amazing.
the worst tattletale in the world.
Just, I mean.
She was the worst tattletale in the world because you didn't tell
It was like further kind of cementing the Russia stole the election ideas as well. Anything against that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To advance that narrative. They're all over anything like that.
I don't know. I think they're just doing a really shitty job lately of pretending that the United States is like a free country. Like I think like that's kind of the thing. You know, to be like, oh look, like you know, if you look at it like. You had like the trials, like with Nixon and stuff, right? If you look back on that now, you might have been able to, or if you were there then, you might have been like, oh, this is a great country. Look, it took down a president. Like they made him, like look at all your morals and blah, 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 blah. But you would think that, right? Because the curtain was still there. Now you're like, okay, what are you?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I got to bring that book in for you, The Family of Secrets.
Are you going to I'm not talking about Bush again.
You read about the. You look
How did you go there?
No, because
I'm sorry.
Because you look at the whole Watergate thing in a completely different light after you fucking read that book.
How did I get you there?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's my fault.
Sorry.
I breathed.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
How did you go there?
Because yeah. Because.
I was like, whoa.
Anyway.
That was amazing.
Anyway.
You're really good at that. That's a game. You could literally, what is that, 6 degrees?
Oh, you could be talking about anything and I'll fucking relate it to the Bush family. I will rip the Bush family apart for any reason.
Syndrome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy shit.
Absolutely.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, we're not
absolutely
going about this book.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, like the notion that the notion that we have that there's like there's any like the U.S. is in any way not doing the things that they're just fucking screaming and shouting about everybody else doing.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But it feels liberating, I think, to a lot of people because you're like, I'm not in Iran, I'm here in the States, and this person on MSNBC is talking about this, and this person on CNN is talking about it, and they're gonna get all angry about it, and then like it goes away.
Yeah.
And then the shit still happens.
Yeah. I tell you what was interesting. I saw Mike Pompeo was on the ex-CIA Trump's Secretary of State.
Secretary of State. He's an idiot. No, he's actually not. He's really smart.
He's an
evil person.
Evil genius.
Yeah.
He was going on about like now that the way that we've now signaled to bad actors, bad faith actors in the world, and corrupt regimes and criminal regimes. You know, all the shit he always throws that in there. We've now signaled to them that if you kidnap one of our celebrities, we'll give you back one of your bad guys. He actually said that. And he said, and now Americans are no longer safe abroad because they will be kidnapped. And I was like, Jesus Christ, will you ramp up the fear a little bit, Mike?
Wow.
Go on, buddy, go on.
Whoa.
Like, should I fucking book a flight home? Like, I'm terrified now.
Here?
Yeah.
They're gonna take you?
Yeah, like they're gonna take me here, man.
Keep
You know what I
talking
mean?
about Bush like that.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about the fucking Bush fucking people taking me than fucking anybody else, man. But like Mike Pompeo, they were asking him on this fucking show that I saw on this interview I saw him today. They were asking him if he's going to run for president.
He probably like, not sure. I'd have to talk to my family.
I have to talk to my wife.
He didn't say that.
Yeah.
They're so fucking stupid.
He actually said her name. I have to talk to whatever her name
Deborah,
is. Barbara,
Sandra,
fucking,
Diane.
Priscilla, whatever the fuck her name is.
It's
Yeah.
never Priscilla. That's just a little too ethnic.
You think Priscilla's ethnic, is it?
For those people, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's like a Diane, Judy. No problem with white people. It's just like that's where it is.
Yeah,
He's definitely not going to say Priscilla. He'd be like, it's Prissy or Judy.
Yeah.
What's the vice president? What was his name?
Who?
Fucking idiot. Mike Pence.
Mike Pence.
Hey, he called his
He's called his wife mother. Yeah. He called his wife mother. That's some fucking.
What's
sick,
going down in
sick
that?
ass
Oh
shit,
my
man.
God.
Yeah.
I remember.
I'm telling you, these fucking Christians, man. I mean, they are just completely off the fucking charts. I mean,
I met real normal Christians. I just think that.
yeah, but not people who are like fucking true believers, man, that go to these big mega churches and shit. They're all fucking odd. I mean, like, you know, the ones that like truly believe and have that like pious, that fucking pious look on their face all the time. It's fucking frightening, man. Yeah, frightening.
Instead of speaking in tongues? Speaking in tongues, that's what it's called.
Speaking in tongues.
That shit fucks me up.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
I had like a relative who was what's it called? Fucking Pentecostal.
Pentecostal, yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Really? Yeah. In Canada?
Yeah. Well, no, she lived in Minnesota.
Okay.
A lot of Eritreans there, and she scared the shit out of me. I shouldn't even mention
Yeah. I'll edit it
Sorry,
out.
no, don't worry. It's fine. My dad didn't like her either.
There's lots of Eritreans in well, I suppose, yeah, there's lots of Somalians and Eritreans in
The Somalians have to do with it.
No. Because
Joking.
Because what's her name is
I'm
fucking
just fucking
Somalian.
kidding with you.
Because what's her name is Somalian? Ilhan Omar. So
Yeah.
I know Eritrea's not part of Somalia.
No,
I
I'm
do
fucking
know
with you. I don't know, it's so weird why Eritreans like instantly get offended if you call them Somalian. I don't have anything against Somalians.
Okay. No Somalians were harmed in this broadcast.
What's up, Tess? I know you don't like her. But it was crazy to me because it actually scared me because I remember, you know, you hear those things and you're like, oh man, this person's gonna drive the car. You know? That person who's talking in tongues is gonna drive the car. And you're like, cool, do it at home, but like, that person's talking to tongues and talking to the person in the drive-thru and driving you around in this world, and you're like, that's who's running your country.
It's strange.
Like, imagine if you were talking to some.
I mean,
Can't you talk to God normally?
Yeah, but I mean, even like, remember when Mitt Romney was running? He was a Mormon. Mitt Romney's a Mormon. He had like,
so weird.
And he had like he wore the same underwear every day.
Yeah, he's so weird.
I mean, this guy wears the same underwear every day.
But he's so weird. Didn't he like burn himself on a cake and stuff? Like weird, dumb, weird robotic shit. Like sometimes I think he was like he just glitching. Like.
Yeah,
I think he had like a cake with a bunch of candles and he was like burning himself accidentally, but it was like really stupid. I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like something he might do.
Yeah, he's not human though.
He's not. I mean, he's another fucking weird one, man.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, they are. I mean, Christians, any sect of Christianity, like.
I think it's any sect of extremist or
exactly.
like, you know, any kind of orthodox.
Yeah, but particularly the Christians, because I've had the most sort of interaction with them. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I find Orthodox Jews, Orthodox like
yeah.
you know,
I mean, because growing up in New York, of course, like we have there's a large Hasidic community, and they can be very fucking odd.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when I lived in upstate New York, we had the fucking Amish and the Mennonites that lived up there. You know, and I kind of admire what, you know, their lifestyle a little bit, because they reject all like technology and shit, electricity and stuff, and they live like, you know, a really simple, basic life.
Fine.
Which is fine.
They're
it's
not
cool. They don't
anybody.
fuck with anybody else.
Yes, I was going to say, they don't fuck with
you know what I mean? And that's what, you know, so the Amish and the Mennonites are really cool. I mean, and I live with them, but you know, I find it a bit odd. You know what I mean?
I mean, even the bit odd
And the Mormons are fucking nuts.
Yeah, the Mormons are. Because their shit is just so, I'm sorry to say this, it's so bad to say. That shit's so made up on the fly.
Oh yeah. Well,
You're like, what the
it's from a
That
town.
Jo-
Yeah, it's from I lived near Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
My family are from a little town called Manchester, New York, right? Where my grandmother and my aunt, my great aunt, and my cousins and shit, they've all lived there forever, right? And my grandmother was born there, right? And she moved down to New York City then when she met my grandfather, and he was from New York, so they moved down to New York City.
Well, Sodom and Gomorrah for her.
Kind of, yeah. But this fucking town, Manchester, right across the fucking, you drive like, I don't know, I think it's about 6 miles away. There's a town called Palmyra, and that's where Mormonism started. That's where he found the tablets.
Oh.
He found these magic tablets that were
Why'd
like.
he go to fucking
it was
Utah?
these were like the the 10 Commandments.
Yeah,
These were
split.
like another 7 or 8 or 10 or whatever the fuck, I can't remember
Oh,
what
I
it was.
forgot. P.S.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
it was exactly what it was. And
That's hilarious.
and so it's like that's where it started, and like so they started it there, and it was just people were like, no, get the fuck out of here, and they
so
and
people tell them to leave, but they just like, let's go to
they
Utah.
got chased out.
All right.
They got chased out, and then they went to Ohio,
Okay.
then they went to Indiana,
Okay.
then they went to fucking Illinois,
Okay.
and they couldn't, like everywhere they went, they were
Get out.
they were getting fucked out. Finally, they went to Utah because it was like a wasteland,
Right.
and they went to Utah, and it wasn't really Joseph Smith so much because he kind of died shortly after, but it was Brigham Young, the guy
That's it. That's
Brigham
the
Young
dude.
was the guy who really brought them into the modern fucking era,
Right,
and they got rid of the fucking
They all can
polygamy
like,
thing.
They can all find his descendants. Like
Yeah.
they're all fucking got rid of it.
Yeah. So
Got rid of it? 'Cause
yeah.
I don't think they got rid of it.
no.
Oh,
Well, no. There's. I mean, I think for a long time they said they did, but that they didn't, and they kind of did it in like secret.
Yeah.
But then, like some of the Mitt Romney's family moved to Mexico. Mitt Romney's father was born in Mexico.
There is a fucking.
Because they went to
sex-
Mexico because of the polygamy laws, and they went down to Mexico so they could have do the polygamy thing, right? And then they came back and then there was sort of like Brigham Young put out this international calling and sent people out to proselytize. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen them in Canada. They would walk around with the white
Jehovah's
white
Witnesses.
shirts.
I don't see a difference in
Yeah, they're very much like the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Mormons. They come around and they try they try and get you to convert to Mormonism.
Oh yeah.
Well, like in the early, like in the 1800s, like the late 1800s, when they first went to Utah, they sent people all over the world, and they brought back and they brought back and they
Like
brought back,
missionaries
and they built the
True, they have
They built
they
the
have a
society,
special
but
word
yeah.
for it. It's not even just a missionary thing, but they all do it younger, that they go on missions and shit.
I think you're thinking of the Amish where they have Roomspringer.
No. That's when they go and find their whole.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
Like, I think-
Yeah, they do go.
They go like when you're young.
They go and
Not to go free and crazy. I mean, they go to like recruit.
to recruit more
Yeah.
Mormons. Yeah.
You know what you should do? You know what'd be a great fucking show is you put like a Scientologist, a Mormon, Jehovah's Witness in a room together and then
that'd be
talk
great,
it out.
man. Just record it. Just fucking listen.
Maybe
just
not.
fucking
Just
just
put the
video
camera
it.
in there and see what
Yeah,
breaks
yeah,
out
yeah,
first.
yeah.
Maybe you don't
Yeah.
need to.
But I mean, they're
all the same in the sense.
they're all as fucking wacky as the other
The
one. But I mean,
aggressive-
honestly, like in the end of the day,
all of them.
Catholicism. If you read you read Christianity, it's fucking also bizarre.
Well, oh God. I mean, I literally, I know it doesn't sound like it at the moment. I do have a lot of respect for other people's religions and what they believe in. I
Yeah.
don't mind that, but then it's like, I don't mind any of that. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
tell me what to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
And
yeah.
just don't like. There's something about like if you're part of secular society where we're like doing business or being nice to each other or whatever. I feel like we should just kick the whole religious part out. Just
Yeah.
do that at home and in your church.
Absolutely, I'm
You know?
100% with you on that.
I
I'm
don't
100%
care.
with you on that.
But
Yeah.
like all of them are fucking
I don't care what
psycho.
you do. I don't care what you do, like religiously,
Yeah.
sexually,
No.
whatever the fuck you want.
Wow.
Like once you get away from me, and you're not fucking hurting anybody.
Exactly.
Like, go nuts.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Enjoy
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah,
man.
it doesn't like. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't even care. If
But you
somebody
get it out
worships
of
Satan.
my fucking face.
I
though.
wouldn't care if somebody worships Satan, but if you go kill people, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
to me, it's like, yeah, we kind of like, oh yeah, Catholics, whatever. And you're like, well, you did. I mean, there was like the crusades and shit.
Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ,
And
the Inquisition was just fucking ridiculous, man. You
It's,
know what I
so
mean?
it's like you're kind of like, well, you know, maybe we think you're all right because you like, you know, killed and molested everybody who could say anything against you and get away with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Like now you make a joke out of it, but it's because they're like they have quite a bit of power.
They still do, yeah.
They can laugh at you, you know?
The
You can make a joke about them, but what are you going to do?
The Catholic Church has so much fucking money. They own so much fucking real estate
They're
that they never pay taxes on, and they do have their own bank, the Vatican Bank. Yeah.
You don't even know the shit that they have in there.
Oh man, do you remember there was a scandal with a guy, the Vatican Bank guy, fucking got found in London hanging off the underside of a bridge.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
What? I don't know that.
Can't remember his name. Yeah, it was Vatican banker hanging. Yeah, you'll find it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, in London.
But why is that?
Well, this is the thing. Like, the official story is that he committed suicide. What's his name again?
Roberto Calvi?
Yeah, Roberto Calvi. The official story is that he committed suicide. But like, I've only recently read something about this. But this place where the guy committed suicide, like, in order for him to get there, he would have had to climb over the bridge, climb down, climb across this scaffolding, and get. He reckons that this guy reckons, the guy who did this article reckons he was brought there by boat.
He's a 62-year-old
and hung
man.
up. Yeah.
Who was supposedly.
But he was like caught up in the middle of this big fucking financial scandal.
Oh, 5 people were acquitted in Rome of killing him. That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
In 2007, he was murdered in 1982.
Yeah. And
Oh,
but they said that he hung himself, and like,
Yeah, you're right. It was definitely.
Yeah.
So what? They're saying there's a major bank got brought down by
The
the bank.
Vatican Bank there was a major fucking banks. There was a major scandal around the Vatican Bank, and he was going to spill the beans. Apparently, this is this guy's theory. The article. I'll link to the article in the thing. This guy's theory is that he was about to drop the dime, so they were like, no, we can't have that, and they murked him.
God, I mean, the whole bank collapsed. Banco Ambrosiano.
Yeah, Banco Ambrosiano. That's right.
That's a huge bank.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow! As recognition of moral involvement in the bank's collapse. Oh my God! And the Vatican Bank agreed to that. The Vatican Bank paid Banco Ambrosiano's creditors $224 million.
Yeah.
The church admitted moral.
I don't think they admitted any guilt. They never do.
No, as a recognition of moral involvement. Well, that's pretty.
They got
shady.
caught.
That's great.
They got caught.
They got caught. Their hands.
They got caught, so they had to fucking clean it up. But 220 million for them, that's fuck all. For the Catholic Church?
Missing, but he has fled.
Yeah.
This is a very shady story.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
look into
It's a great
this.
story. Yeah.
History, it sounds like.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, so, like, you know, I don't mind. I'm cool with religion, but like when you see shit like this, you know, where did that money come from? That money came from. Basically, they took land, and you know, they.
Oh, they took land. Yeah.
They took land. You know what I mean? They took land. They took gold. They took. You know what I mean? They, you know, and like, you know, like the church is painted as this like noble religion now, but it wasn't a religion back in the Middle Ages. It was like they were like the fiefdom of Europe.
Yeah.
You had to pay, you know, like all the fucking governments in Europe had to pay.
Constantly fighting to get more control of land.
Absolutely.
And everything.
Yeah.
And literally pitting countries against each
Absolutely.
other.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, and that's the Catholic Church. I mean, you know, Islam has got its fucking issues as well. I mean, they all do.
Yeah, they do.
And,
They're
but again,
people.
like you said, like just fucking have your religion, keep it at home, and shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about
That's
it.
the thing.
And
It's
that's
like
the problem.
if it's your soul you're concerned about, just like deal with your spiritual
Yeah.
self at home, at church, and shut
Yeah.
the fuck up about it. This whole billionaire thing is a disease.
I think it's a problem. I think it's definitely a problem. I think we should billionaires need to stop being
Billionaires.
a thing.
No, they need to stop being billionaires.
Yeah, they need to stop being billionaires. You need to take all their money off them, and leave them with. You can leave them with like, I don't know, what's a good cutoff point. So I mean, like we got to determine it. We have to come up with the definition of what a billion is, because there's different definitions.
I don't know if you should be able to buy major institutions that have that much public sway.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know what I mean?
But I don't think you should be buying Twitter. I don't mind there being a CEO
Yeah.
or a CFO. I just don't think there should be a single one owner. I don't think we should have Elon Musk.
No, I think it should be. I think that should be like nationalized as a public utility.
Ooh.
Just like, well, I mean, I do. I think that.
I get weary.
I
I get weary. Then I don't know. But then I kind of go back to your side a little bit because I don't know sometimes.
Well, you know what? I think they should be. I think they should nationalize stuff like that, like transport, energy, all the big things that are like crucial to everybody's existence in the modern society that we've created.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should nationalize all those things. Each country should nationalize them, and they should do some world shit as well, right? But I don't want these fucking cunts who are in charge anywhere near the fucking levers of power for that shit. But that's the problem. You know what I mean? Because you talk about like, you know, when they talk about the new world order and world government and like, you know, corporate global, you know, globalists and all that kind of shit, right?
Oh, scary.
I think having a world sort of government would be a really fucking good idea. But I don't want fucking Davos in charge of it. You know what I mean?
So then, hold on a second. You'd have to get rid of people.
No. But you know what I mean? Like,
I know. You mean,
yeah.
you mean literally.
I'm talking
people.
about a very idealistic fucking notion of like people running the entire globe.
Working together for real.
Yeah, working together for real. And there being no borders, and we live on a planet. We don't live in little individual countries.
Well, maybe it's more possible without billionaires.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
that edges us towards that like reality a little bit more.
But what I don't want is what they're talking about when they talk about like world globalism and shit, is where the neoliberal order runs the fucking world and they just suck money and resources out of everybody, you know what I mean? And just funnel it all up to the top to the fucking billionaires. So, you know, I get that, you know, when you talk about the sort of the idealistic things that I say, that like, you know, like I think that like, you know, electricity, you know, power in general, power and education and healthcare and housing and all those things, water, all those things should be like nationalized or sort of like given, like considered rights and should be run by the people for the people.
So here's the thought.
Yeah.
That's where I think where Christians and all these other religious people should come in and be like God's gift. Like it'd be like God-given right to humanity to like own water.
Absolutely.
Like that's our God-given. Yeah. Like then I'm like talk about God then.
But then you have what we actually have is we have guys like the Nestle fucking CEO who claims to be a Christian, saying that he thinks water isn't a right. That water, like that ownership of water, is okay.
We're made of water.
Yeah, we're like 90% water or some shit like that, 60% or whatever.
So that's where I'm like, make it make sense to me. That makes sense.
It doesn't make. I can't make it make sense. I can't make the existence of like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. I can't make the existence of those guys make sense.
And then it sounds like you're not into like. It almost sounds like you're not into innovation. That you're not into personal
autonomy. No, I am.
No, but it sounds like it.
Yeah, no, it sounds like I'm a Luddite. Yeah, but I'm not, which I'm not.
No, you know, I know, but it makes it sound like what we're saying now. It sounds like we're almost like, and I won't even like. It's stupid to even go to the route and be like, oh, it sounds like you're a fucking communist or you want the government to control it. No, it's like it's actually not. But it's like, but why would I want some private individual who I've never met before?
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how do you explain that to somebody?
Absolutely.
Well, like this, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first got shitty about people being banned from YouTube and Twitter and all those things when they banned Alex Jones. Not that I like Alex Jones, but that I just saw it as like setting a precedent, right? Which they've used like repeatedly. Yeah. And the only ones who make a stink about it are the ones on the right, but they use it consistently against like socialists and communists and, you know, people on the left.
Actually, more so.
More so.
Because you have like the scary monster that makes you go, oh no, but we can't let him talk.
Exactly.
And in fairness, they usually talk themselves into their own demise.
Yeah.
And you should let them.
You just let them talk.
Let them talk.
Let them talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I remember getting into like online kind of, you know, like tit for tat things where people go, it's a private company, they can do whatever they want. I say, that's the fucking problem. Is that it's a private company, yet we're all using it.
And we're all
and we've become dependent on it, like to communicate, and we get our news and I get our information from this thing, and there's one guy who can say, you're off, you're off, you're off. And I think once it comes to that point...
And somehow that seems more democratic to a lot of people.
It's not.
Then,
It's absolutely not.
Which is weird. Like, you would think that if you didn't trust your government, you'd be like, let's fix the government, not hand it off to other private individuals.
Yeah, I mean, this is the solution. This is the Reagan, you know, the post-Reagan, Reagan and post-Reagan solution to it all is the government is not fit to do these jobs. We need the private sector to do it. So they give big chunks of this shit, and loads of our agency is given over to private companies that have their own set of rules and their own agendas, and they decide what's okay and what's not.
Actually, no rules, just one rule: profit initiative.
Profit,
and then profit, and then the rest
profit.
Go fuck
Yeah. So I mean, you know, you take like I won't even take Twitter because Twitter's kind of niche. I mean, I don't have Twitter. You don't have Twitter. But we all have fucking
but
YouTube.
A lot of Americans have.
We all have YouTube.
Yeah, well, you don't even need to have YouTube. You just have to be on the site. And
Right.
everyone uses YouTube.
Right.
You probably use it at least, I use it all day.
YouTube takes people off as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
YouTube took Alex Jones down. YouTube took, there's a guy called Jackson Hinkle. I don't like him. I think he's a fucking smarmy little prick. But he's on the left, and they took him down for talking about Ukraine. You know what I mean? Not repeating the establishment narrative about Ukraine.
Right.
He was taken down for that. I mean, there's other people on there who are not taken down yet, but there are. I mean, my point is that they have the ability to do that, and it lies in the hands of like a private corporation. There's no oversight. There's no transparency. You know what I mean? We have no say in that.
You don't share stuff if you're a business.
Yeah.
It goes against like your...
I mean, so like when I say that the government should be nationalized, because in theory,
Yeah.
when you've nationalized it, it's part of the government, and you in theory have some say
Yeah.
in the government because you vote. I mean, even though we know that's a fucking joke. But yeah, I really think the existence of billionaires really needs to be.
That is a huge problem, and
Yeah.
I'd be very fascinated to see how other professions would like progress or maybe even cease to exist if you got rid of billionaires.
I think there would be a lot more innovation if
Right.
if
So do I.
if
So do
we got
I.
rid of them.
So do I, and I also think that, you're not going to have certain people, like, I don't have necessarily a problem with celebrities, but I mean, I do think sometimes celebrity culture is a huge problem
Yeah.
for us, and I think, like, you're not going to have, like fucking David Beckham going to Qatar and, getting however many millions he is just to, like, represent Qatar because they're trying to, like, wipe up the image.
Yeah.
And I think that would get people to see people as they were.
Yeah.
More often, and also like not needing to see certain people as they were. Like we don't really need that many famous soccer players.
But yeah,
we don't really
we don't.
need it.
We don't.
You couldn't name a doctor who's famous.
No,
Dave Fauci, whatever.
Dr. Fauci.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. We do. We're very shallow. We idolize people like Elon Musk because he's rich.
Yeah, but we don't even know anything about the people who do actually have a hand in our lives. Like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because you have this whole, like, if you think of pop culture, it's like the most incredible distracting force.
It's unbelievable.
But it's so heavy. It penetrates
yeah.
I just remember when the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial came on. Like I didn't really see any of it, but I remember one of my friends.
You knew about it though.
I did, but I remember one of my friends came and talked
I know.
to me about it, and I was like, "You do not care about this." He's like, "No, but it was on," and she's like, "It's just in like the whatever the zeitgeist."
Yeah.
It's in the zeitgeist.
Shitting on the bed. That when fucking everybody was talking about it for like 2 days.
But like, you could never get anybody to talk to you about like, I don't know.
No, I start talking to people, walk away from me.
There you go.
No, it's not true. But just on one thing as well, on the innovation thing, they talk about like billionaires, and it gives you like, it gives the market the sort of the incentive to innovate, but it doesn't.
not.
You take like innovations like, so you had
Sucks.
Facebook, right? And then Instagram came along, they're like, oh fuck that, we'll buy it. WhatsApp came along, oh fuck that,
Buy
we'll
it.
buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, they if anything, they stifle innovation
They
because
absolutely do.
they monopolize and they prevent. They make it so difficult for anybody else to enter into the marketplace.
I mean, they're like, let's not have this roll up because this is happening on WhatsApp, and we want to make sure that complements this thing happening on Instagram. And then if there's something out there, like that's why. I mean, we're going on total rants here, but that's why when the Bitcoin stuff came out and everything, and like cryptocurrency, you're like, I mean, that can't go anywhere because you're going to have stockbrokers and hedge fund dudes go in and they're fuck that shit up.
That's exactly what's happening.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And now you have this dude, they let him get rich.
I said to you, by the time we're talking about it, it's too late.
It's too late.
You know what I mean? Because they stifle it. It gets stifled by the billionaire class, by that elite class.
Past your eyes,
By that elite class just stifles that, and then it's done. And then they figure out a way that they can extract as much as they can from it, and that's the innovation stops there.
You don't need to make that many billionaires to stifle a lot of innovation, a lot of progress.
No,
you don't need to make that many.
Clearly, because this is what we're in right now. You know what I mean? Like we're going on about these fucking electric cars. Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ! Electric cars are not the answer to the climate fucking problem. Public transportation is the answer to the climate problem.
Yeah.
proper investment in public transportation.
Yeah.
To get fucking individual people in individual cars off the fucking road. That will, and you could make a fucking really functioning, excellent public transport system in every sort of major city and metropolitan area and suburban areas surrounding it, and the exurbs surrounding it.
Yeah, but you also can be really fascinated by the fact that Kylie Jenner is a billionaire and she has cosmetics and she's taking a private jet. And that's more important.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
Yeah,
They got
you're right.
you.
Yeah, you're right.
They
You know what I
got
mean?
you. Like,
Yeah.
they're always going to get you on every end, and you'll be like, oh, but look,
Yeah.
she wears lipstick. She's amazing. She's innovative. She's on the cover of Forbes. I'm not even saying anything against Kylie Jenner. I don't even give a fuck about that. But
I wouldn't be able to pick her out of a lineup, to be
okay,
honest
I
with you.
knew you were going to say that.
Because I don't pay attention to
Well,
any of that
there's a lot
shit.
of Kardashians and Jenners. So
Yeah,
it would be
yeah.
difficult. And they do change.
Yeah, and why did she keep? So, I want to say it the right way because it's like I
Bruce
can't.
Jenner?
Yeah, but I can't remember her name now.
Oh, sorry. You mean Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. Okay. Yeah. So that's Kylie Jenner's
Dad. Well,
dad. Well,
no, still her dad. He says she. No.
do you still say that?
She says he's still her dad. He's always going to be her. She's always going to be her father.
Okay. She's my father. Okay. Yeah.
Don't even get me. I don't even mean it like that. But she.
No, I didn't mean to fucking. I didn't mean to
No,
get on
but
that
I get it,
because you
but-
can fucking
but
say the
she-
wrong thing just
No,
when
but
I.
she
yeah,
said
yeah.
that she's always going to be her father because that obviously psychologically fucks her up.
Yeah.
Like you can't
yeah.
be like, I've tried to be the best dad to your whole life, but I'm actually the best mom to your whole life. No,
doesn't
I think
work.
she's quite considerate of that for her kids.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
No, it is, but it's.
But again, here we are talking about fucking celebrities.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
my
It's
God.
like so. And,
hope you
and,
didn't
and
say
again,
that.
and again, I don't fucking follow any of this shit. Yes.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It's like this like
This is
fucking.
real- this
it's
is
just
real
this, like-
osmosis.
yeah, exactly. It's like fucking. It just gets into you, man. Like you know what I mean? Like I consciously avoid the shit, and it doesn't matter. You hear people talk about it. It gets referenced on a fucking thing, and then because it gets referenced, you have to go and check it out and see what it is, and then it gets stuck in your fucking head, and you're yeah.
You're not like really participating in this world either.
I'm trying not to, man.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, like, I don't want to participate in that particular portion of the fucking world, but I mean, I like the world. I actually like people. You know what I mean? Contrary to fucking popular belief, I do like people.
Contrary
man.
to the evidence as well.
Contrary to the evidence.
That's
yeah.
really it.
No, I do like people. I think people are all right. I just,
Totally crazy about people.
Yeah. I mean, 98% of them are fucking
All right.
solid. It's that 2% that fuck it up for the rest of us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And it's probably the 98%'s fault.
But on any given day, you could be that 2%.
Yeah.
You could have a fucking really shitty day,
consistently.
and you fucking say something to somebody, and you
But
are that in that moment.
But
that's
I am
2%.
not a billionaire.
Well, that's true.
And I can't buy Twitter and fuck up everybody's day.
That's true. That's true.
So-
Yeah. And we're not celebrities.
And
Not yet, anyway.
No, thank God. We're never going to be.
Don't say that.
Oh, I don't know where
I don't want to be a celebrity. I just want to make some money with this fucking thing here. You know what I mean?
Getting off the show.
No,
Bye.
I like doing it. I don't want to fucking get another regular job. I'll do this fucking. I do this 5-6 days a week. Trust me. Okay.